So, today's daily challenge. The scores are pretty impressive. They start at 51k here on the first page. And even on the second page there are still a bunch over 50k. And the top scores are in the 53k range. So something crazy is going on today. We'll see exactly what it's gonna be. So we have Stygian Guard and Melting Remnant as our two clans. There is Return on Investment as our first mutator, which spawns an additional collector in battles that already have a collector. So we'll have two collectors on fight 1, 2, 4, 5 and 7. Permadeath, any non-champion unit which dies is purged from your deck. Especially with Melting Remnant, that means we will have a very small deck. And finally, Gravity. At the end of turn, descend friendly units. So we will automatically overstack our floors. They will all gather on the bottom. These modifiers are all pretty powerful. Return on investment is a decent chunk of extra gold. Not as much as the double gold modifier, but still quite strong. Permadeath makes it very easy to get a small deck, and Gravity makes it very easy to overstack the bottom floor. So definitely a powerful set of mutators. Let's see what we can do with those. So, our starting cards are Offering Token, Whiplash and Mollusk Mage. I can't see myself using Whiplash a lot with the permadeath situation, but we'll see about that. Mollusk Mage is okay for the early fights, but I'll probably just purge him eventually with the permadeath. We have Volatile Gorge and Pyrestone Housing. Volatile Gorge is obviously very powerful if you get it this early and can build around it. But it's also very annoying this early because you will be very heavily ember starved. I think I should go with Pyrestone Housing here. Frostbite versus Spell Weakness are the options we have for Tethys. Spell Weakness. Frostbite Tethys is obviously stronger to deal with bosses early on, while Spell Weakness Tethys with no spells that deal more than 6 damage. Actually with Mollusk Mage it can be 13, but that requires Mollusk Mage to be on the floor above Tethys, which will be pretty hard to achieve with the Gravity modifier. Not that hard actually. So in theory, Spell Weakness could work out. Spell Weakness also has the advantage of being more useful to deal with collectors, but that has another problem, and that's also the Gravity modifier, because the collectors only spawn on the top 2 floors and Tethys will sink down a floor every turn. We can only get the first collector that spawns on the second turn if it spawns on the middle floor and we set up Tethys on top, but that means we will miss the second wave, because the second wave will spawn on the bottom when Tethys is in the middle, and they will ascend to the middle floor and Tethys will sink to the bottom, which is a bit of an issue. And for all these reasons, maybe I should take the Frostbite. I could still No, I think I should definitely go with Frostbite first. I can still pick spell weakness later potentially. Mark of Invasion, that's a bit painful. We definitely want to kill 2 of these top floor guys. Another drag will guarantee the kill on the Disciple Protector. So we can use a Frozen Lance or something to kill the Foot Soldier. There's no way to get this Collector. We could just take the 4 damage here. I kinda don't wanna play the Mollusk Mage this turn. Do wanna kill this guy. Yeah, let's replace the Mollusk Mage with something different. This doesn't even matter, because this guy will get purged. It's not like we can reform him or anything. Better play a Frozen Lance on the top floor. There's another Collector. Just the Offering Token. Still don't want to play the Mollusk Mage yet. Train Steward here is nice. Do we have another Train Steward in the deck? We don't, but we have a lot of Frozen Lancers, so... I think I'd rather have the Drag on the bottom floor than the Train Steward. It's more damage, because of the Whiplash, mostly. This backline guy is annoying. We need to kill this guy. Obviously the order here isn't exactly ideal. Tethys will die after hitting only once. This guy will hit the most. And I think that's more damage than a single Frozen Lance. It's 10. Ooh! The descent happens before they move up a floor. That's certainly annoying. Mollusk Mage plus double Frozen Lance is 26 damage, so we have the kill here. Whew, that wasn't an easy first fight. Titan's Tooth. We do have 2 Offering Tokens. That's very strong. Draft, Molten Encasement, Hallowed Dripping. The problem with Draft is obviously the permadeath. So it's a 20 damage purge spell for 1 mana, which does take up capacity. It's pretty hard to use a Draft in this mode. The other 2 are probably even worse. Although the Molten Encasement might actually be better. Provides some defense for our Tethys. Let's take it. Will only be for 1 fight, but... with the overstacking mechanic, I really want to go for Incant units, I guess. So let's go to the right here. Nameless Siren. That's a strong unit. Should have looked at the shop first, but... did I skip a sweeper? Oops. If so, I definitely should have looked at the shop first. Nameless Siren shouldn't be our tank. That's definitely not her purpose. So I'm a bit reluctant of giving her a Heartstone, but she might need one anyway, just to be safe against spikes and sweep. Because there is permadeath, we can't let her die. And yeah, I think that's worth it. Endless. We could have an endless molten encasement with burnout, which is infinite stealth for all our units. Now the only thing I'm not sure about is how that interacts with gravity. If it will descend first and then burn out. I think it will burn out first and then descend. Which is actually very annoying to use. But as soon as we find a second wick stone, that would work. We'll have to see about that. Maybe that's a bit too experimental to use in a daily, but we'll see. I think I do want to set up here on the bottom floor. Not interested in Whiplash. Frozen Lance is a bit too unimpactful, but I guess better than nothing. Titan's Tooth on the top floor actually clears the floor, which is obviously great. But I would love to play the Molten Encasement here. Start the Infinite Stealth. But I do want to get this Collector. We'll draw back into the Molten Encasement pretty soon. Mollusk Mage plus Frozen Lance on the top kills the Collector. And this will give our bottom floor 2 stealth. And we can repeat this one more time. We need to protect our Siren. Can't let her die. This worked out quite well. I do like another Titan's Tooth. We're pretty Frostbite heavy so far. Dripfall? Dripfall is great. Mostly for use on the enemies, of course, but... Ooh, Big Sludge. That can work out really well with gravity. So can Wickless Tycoon, though. Hi, Rossum! Welcome! Big Sludge versus Wickless Tycoon. I'm not interested in the Lady of the Reformed, obviously. Big Sludge is so strong, but he needs a lot of time. We do have the Pilestone housing as well. Could be really powerful. Dupe? I think it's a bit too early to dupe. I don't have an amazing dupe just yet. Let's go to the left and get some spell upgrades. We do not really have a spell to dupe yet, but I kinda wanna make one. I think the cost reduction on the Ripfall is pretty nice. And spell power on Titan's Tooth as well. I'm not gonna gain a lot of gold from Daedalus, so maybe I wanna keep it and go for the unit upgrades here. Could be a possibility. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's look at the caverns next. Rail Spike. I don't think we want a monster Rail Spike. We don't really want to purge our units. Although I'm a bit interested to see what happens if you put that on an endless unit. But I guess we'll do that another run. Okay, onwards to Daedalus. Let's see. I'm somewhat expecting that after Daedalus the rules of this run will change a bit. At the end of the turn. I think that means after burnout. Man, I really hope it means before burnout. Yeah, but burnout is pretty confusingly written. Can actually get a kill here on this guy. We need to find a way to deal with that guy. Well, this turn I can just use Dripfall. Nice. Hey, an anonymous cheerer, thank you so much for the 500 bits. We do have stealth here on this bottom floor, so we don't need to kill these units with the Titan's Tooth. We can play the Titan's Tooth to hit Daedalus instead. Ah, the big sludge dies to the sigil. I forgot about that. Well, it wasn't upgraded yet, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. I really want to find out. It burns out first. Yeah, so that was never gonna work. With the overstack. I should have used the other Titan's Tooth. I forgot that they are different. Didn't manage a flying kill, but we came really close. How did people achieve the big score? Did they go Bounty Stalker or did they go Frostbite? Let's think about this. Bounty Stalker needs Endless to work, otherwise he'll just get purged. But we do have a Merchant of Steel here and another one there. We do also have a decent amount of coins. We get some more here from the Forgotten Boons, and that should be enough to buy a big upgrade and reroll. Or Frost Effigy on the other hand, we have a very small deck, so we could probably play that a bunch of times after a hit from Tethys and maybe Titan's Tooth. The problem is we are up against Seraph the Chaste. And we already have Pyrestone Housing. The fact that we have Pyrestone Housing pushes me in the direction of Bounty Stalker. Ooh, Lodestone Totem. It's gonna be pretty tough to play it, because I will most of the time use 1 Ember for Bounty Stalker every turn if that's possible. So using 3 Ember to play a Lodestone Totem might be a problem. Also, we do have Molten Encasement. But Lodestone Totem does that job so much better. If we actually get to incant a couple of times. I think I will take it. And that probably means I should pick Ember before draw. Just because otherwise it will be really difficult to set up the Lodestone Totem. I don't think I want any of these units. There's our Endless. I do want some extra health on the Lodestone, just so it doesn't die to sweep or something. There's Multi-Strike. No burnout yet. But these are solid upgrades. Also gonna buy 1 upgrade for the Siren. We could get sweep on Tethys, yes. And we will very often be playing a Titan's Tooth. And I really wish I could have taken draw there. But I think that would have been a disaster potentially. Hi Drooly, welcome. Do we go Frostbite first or sweep first? I think we go sweep first. Because we might not have the chance later on, and I really want to sweep. Makes it a lot easier to deal with backlines. The multi-strike is a bit scary, but as soon as I have my stealth out, or my Lodestone Totem, it's not gonna be a big deal. There's the Molten Encasement. Molten Tethys Siren. This guy will descend. I will give him the +5 attack and the burnout. The burnout is not necessary because he will almost certainly die. Totem doesn't have stealth, but that's okay. I should have played this on the floor above, maybe. Bounty Stalker will die anyway, and that's not really a threat to our totem, so we can block the hit from the Clipped Reflector. So Bounty Stalker survives to attack and will only die to the burnout. $23. This guy dies to Frostbite, so everything's fine on that floor. Dripfall. Dripfall is great. This guy has Frostbite 19, so we actually don't really need extra damage. But I kind of want it anyway. We Dripfall this guy. And this thing... Actually, we just keep applying that to the Bounty Stalker, so just in case he doesn't get killed by the enemies. Because that might happen here. With the Lodestone Totem being around. We have to snipe this guy on the top floor again. Although, even better than sniping him on the top floor is descending him and then sniping him on the middle floor, so our bounty stalker will move down a floor. I don't think I want to play Whiplash this turn. Not even on the bounty. Not yet. It's too early. Smoke's Mage is actually kind of bad. Let him be our frontliner. Now we need to play a bunch of spells to actually get enough sap so the lodestone totem doesn't die. But I do want the bounty to die, so we'll give him burnout. That does the job. Lodestone doesn't die, Mollusk Mage does, and bounty dies, so that's ideal. Combustible wax. I think we certainly don't want this. We only want the burnout on the bounty stalker. Ancient Synergy, Unnamed Tomb, and Mollusk Mage. I don't want Mollusk Mage, I just purged him on purpose. Ancient Synergy, we don't have that many spells in the deck and we are not that likely to make a huge deck. And Unnamed Tome, do we need Silence? It's a bit unlikely that we need it. Is Ancient Synergy still not terrible, but it's not great. Let's skip. Wicked Blaze, useless. Fatal Melting. Fatal Melting is not a bad AoE damage spell, but we have Sweep, we have Titan's Teeth, and these should all be better. Skip. There was a lot of skipping here. I would love to go to the right here, but I think looking for the burnout for the bounty stalker is the most important thing right now. Quick. Not on bounty stalker, that's for sure, but maybe for the siren? Probably not. Okay. That's good. I'm also gonna buy this Incant upgrade for the Lodestone Totem. And just for safety's sake, I make it endless as well. Yeah, let's pay some life for a relic. Maybe we find Wax or Snuffer or something. Check straps? That should almost never be relevant. Not in that specific challenge with this deck. We should almost never get a use out of check strips. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 4. Ouch. Sorry, Tethys. That's not gonna be fun for you. We do have a Titan's Tooth in our opening hand, but I don't think I can play it. I think we set up this floor without Bounty Stalker. Man, that feels so wrong. I think I should skip the Siren instead. I definitely should skip the Siren instead. The Siren is not strictly necessary. We need Tethys. Well, Tethys will die pretty soon. But we might as well play him. No, we don't play him. We save him for the boss. What am I thinking? Playing Tethys. Tethys just dies. For no benefit. What I actually want to have is this totem on the field. Is it? Maybe I just bounty Stalker Titan's Tooth. I think so. I was digging for Titan's Tooth. I want the Molten Encasement in the next hand. Might help me set up some units, but then again I don't really want to burn it on this bottom floor because of the harvest trigger. We snipe this guy, send you, and freeze that floor. This is going very well so far, but we can't win with just. Oh yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. But I somehow mix it up anyways. Well, here is the troublesome part. We definitely Titan's Tooth. Definitely play Tethys. This guy has Endless, so it's not a problem if the totem dies. Tethys is our champion, so she can die as well without losing her permanently. Positioning doesn't matter. He has stealth anyways. We won't be able to play Whiplash anyways if we play the Lodestone, so better to discard it. Well, no bottom floor kill this time. But this was a scary trial. A forgotten name. Okay. It's not actually bad. It's not amazing, but it's definitely not bad. Frenzied Swarm, Preserve, Cuddle Hex. I think that's a skip. Resin Removal, Mortal Entrapment, Crushing Demise. Another skip. And I think we need the dupes. We need another Bounty Stalker. Let's take a look at the Caverns first. We might find another upgrade for the bounty. We do not. Rage versus Rage or Armor. Spikes or Regen. And this is just Burnout. Not interested in Hello Drippings. Rage Potion, Armor. Alloy of the Ancients. Alloy of the Ancients is probably the only one I would take. Not interested in a Rage Serum. And remove the Frozen Lancers. No, I think it's time we remove the Molten Encasement. It's not really serving much of a purpose anymore. Honestly, at this point, we could probably remove everything that isn't a Bounty Stalker from our deck. Can't use Tethys on the bottom floor this turn, but next turn there will only be 2 Absolvers, which is much less of a problem. I need to make space for the Bounty Stalker to hit the boss. Maybe I should discard this one, then I can play the Siren. Yeah, fight won't be that long, so don't need a Whiplash. Play the Siren to block for Tethys, so we can clean stuff up there. And we'll deal about 400 to Fel. Prevent some damage to the Siren. Kills off these guys. Not much more I can do this turn. Gotta play this. Aim for Fel. Maybe I shouldn't protect my Siren here and just let it die. Let her die. This is a flying kill, but it wasn't the fastest. Maybe we went the wrong route, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with what we have. More draw would be nice, but extra capacity allows us to fit a 3rd Bounty Stalker on the same floor, which is honestly more important than some draw. Let's go for the relics now. Yes, I made the right choice. This means we really no longer want the Siren. Oh my god. Capacity wasn't the right choice apparently. Okay. Let's see, where's the dupe? The dupe is not on the same side as the Purge, so if I want to purge the Lodestone, I have to purge it immediately. Yeah, Melting Remnant seems to be in every daily recently. I noticed that as well. Whoa, no Bounty Stalker in our opening hand. Siren dies, but she blocks all the hits. I wouldn't mind having her around for another turn. But ultimately, I don't mind her dying. This is enough for these two. Gripfall the Collector. Stronger bounty goes on this floor. Oh, that's nice. Guarantees the kill on this entire floor. Collectors will stay around. Did I already kill the first collector? I must have. The card I really need for the boss fight is Whiplash. Did not get it though. I really needed a Whiplash to get the bottom floor kill here. Should play one of the bounties on the top floor, so it dies. They die before the boss. Okay. No! I misclicked! I wanted the dupe! I can't reload that, can I? There goes the run. I needed that dupe. Ah, this sucks. That slows me down so much. We don't need the Whiplash against this in this fight. But we really needed the final, the third and final bounty stalker. Otherwise we'll be too slow. Drawing for the bounty here. Did not get it. Play Tethys for the sweep. With the third bounty we might have lethal here. Well, with the third bounty we definitely would have had lethal here. Yep. Going the wrong way cost us 2 turns. 1.88k score we lost this way. But then again, we wouldn't have a top tier score anyways, so... yeah. Bounty Stalker, at it again. I think picking capacity was the right choice. Hi, Never Nathaniel. Welcome. Yeah, this was definitely an interesting one. I wonder how these guys got over 53k. Oh, enjoy your vacation then. This guy went with Volatile Gorge. Nameless Siren, Multi-Strike and Quick, Lodestone Totem, 4 Offering Tokens, all Frost Effigies, 2 Titan's Tooth. I guess the Frostbite build was faster on Fell. The Bounty build would have been faster on Seraph if I didn't mess it up. Yeah, but you probably can't get the Bounty build to be as fast as the Frostbite build on Fell. This guy is another Frostbite Gorge. Well, I guess if you take Gorge, you go Effigy, and if you take Firestone, you go Bounty. That makes a lot of sense. You can't really go Bounty with Volatile Gorge, and you don't really want to go Effigy when you have the Firestone housing instead. Wow, that's a very minimalistic deck. Very fast on the flying bosses, but pretty terrible against anything else. Do we have a single Bounty build here on in the top ones? It seems everyone on with a really high score went Frostbite. I'm a bit surprised. I would have assumed Bounty Hunter to be a bit more, Bounty Stalker to be a bit more popular here. Really? Everyone went Frostbite. Yeah, but most of these people went with Firestone housing for the start. I'm the only one here who went Bounty Stalker. Well, no one above me went Bounty Stalker, and I messed it up. So there's a lot more potential to the Bounty Stalker build. You could easily get 1.8k more than I did, and place somewhere here around rank 8, 9, 10. But yeah, everyone else apparently went Frostbite, so Frostbite was the slightly stronger build, it seems like.